Well, hello and welcome to the Keith Jones Show. We have some big news. Donald Trump has nominated Matt Gaetz to serve as the next Attorney General. He has stated this: "It is my great honor to announce that Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida is hereby nominated to the Attorney General of the United States. Matt is deeply gifted and a tenacious attorney, trained at the William and Mary College of Law, who has distinguished himself in Congress through his focus on achieving desperately needed reform at the Department of Justice. Few issues in America are more important than ending the partisan weaponization of our justice system. Matt will end weaponized government. He will protect our borders, dismantle criminal organizations, and restore Americans' badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department." On the House Judiciary Committee, which performs oversight of DOJ, Matt played a key role in defeating the Russia hoax and exposing alarming and systemic government corruption and weaponization. He is a champion for the Constitution and the rule of law. So, as you know, the DOJ has been weaponized. It has been used against Donald Trump himself. It's been used against American citizens, and it has been weaponized, especially against those who supported Donald Trump. And now we have Matt Gaetz. He responded on the X platform, Elon Musk platform, and notice his response: "It will be an honor to serve as President Trump's Attorney General." And we are glad, Matt Gaetz, that you have accepted that nomination. However, not everyone is happy about that. In fact, when we turn our attention to the Gateway Pundit, we see here that there are already two senators. Here we go. Rhino Senators Lisa Murkowski, and Susan Collins say they will not vote for Matt Gaetz after supporting Devil in a Suit, Merrick Garland, in 2021. There they are. Lisa's on the left and Susan is on the on the right. And here we have the senators who voted to affirm Merrick Garland as the Attorney General. Notice here, when you see this, here are all the Republican senators that voted to approve Merrick Garland. And one of the things that we're looking at here is how will Republicans respond to the Trump nomination of Matt Gaetz? And immediately here we have Donald Trump. He won in a landslide victory, winning the popular votes. They retook the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives. It was the most dominating Republican victory since 1988. And that's when he announced shortly thereafter that he was nominating Matt Gaetz for the Attorney General position. In fact, Caroline Leavitt, I believe, who is now just been recently named as the press secretary for the Trump team, she said this was a mandate from the American people to change all of these elements that have risen up in the last 4 years, such as the weaponization of the DOJ. And so it is a mandate. And so Donald Trump gets his appointment. He nominated Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz should be the next Attorney General of the United States. Now, Adam Schiff, who is in the House, he says this: "First, the Supreme Court granted a president immunity for weaponizing the Justice Department." I don't know what in the world he's talking about as far as weaponizing. Has he not seen Merrick Garland and this DOJ? He says now Donald Trump wants to appoint Matt Gaetz as the AG. Confirming him would mean affirming the worst potential abuses of DOJ. I honestly think we've seen the worst abuses from the DOJ in the history of the United States. And notice what he says: he must be rejected by the Senate. But I love what Elon Musk says here. He responded to Adam Schiff's statement by saying, "The hammer of justice is coming, sir. The hammer of justice is coming." And that is what we want to hear. They have abused it, and now they're trying to make Trump look guilty of what they themselves have been doing. They are the ones who are guilty of abusing the Justice Department. But now they're trying to turn it and make the American people think you're stupid. Now they want to tell you, no, it's been Trump. Don't believe the man behind the curtain. It's Donald Trump that's been abusing the DOJ, not the Democrats. And that is just untrue. And Elon Musk, I'm glad he posted that. In fact, this the Gateway Pundit, Russia collusion hoaxer, which was proved to be false. But Adam Schiff continued to push this false and lying narrative. He's terrified after Trump nominates Matt Gaetz as the U.S. Attorney General. He's concerned Eric Swalwell, he's another one that isn't thrilled by Gates's Attorney General's nomination. And this person said, Mr. Swalwell is clearly terrified of that. And so moving on, we'll go on here. We see this one, Susan Collins. She's one of the ones that says she's a no vote on Matt Gaetz. She says Susan Collins tells me she's not on board with Gaetz as Attorney General. She says, quote, I was shocked at the nomination. This is why she says the Senate's advise and consent process is so important. I'm sure that there will be many, many questions raised at Mr. Gaetz's hearing. Yeah, you want to consent, you want to advise and consent. Well, I'll read something to you in just a moment here. Senator Murkowski, who was another one. Now, listen to what Lisa Murkowski has said about Matt Gaetz and the nomination. Now, just remember, Trump has won on a mandated vote. He won the Electoral College. He won the popular vote. He moved Republicans into the House. He moved them into the Senate. We control all three branches of government. But somehow we're supposed to be listening to Lisa Murkowski, and listen to what she says. Listen to what she says.
I don't think it's a serious nomination for the Attorney General. We need to have a serious Attorney General, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to consider somebody that is serious. This one was not on my bingo card.
So there she says he's not on the bingo card. She just doesn't know if she knows he's not even qualified. She's wants a serious nomination for this. Now, look at what D.C. Drano said. Lisa Murkowski cannot determine who is qualified to be AG when she failed the bar exam 4 times. Let's bring out your qualifications, Miss Murkowski. Let's look and see exactly what you bring to the table. You failed the bar 4 times, and you know what you got? You got a Senate seat. And notice he says, because of your daddy got it for you. And here's the article from the Here's the article that speaks of that. It says Alaska's Murkowski failed bar exam 4 times. She's failed the bar exam 4 times. It took Senator Lisa Murkowski 5 attempts to pass the bar exam. So I guess if you take it enough, you eventually work your way into being qualified to do it. But she finally passed it on the 5th attempt. But irregardless, let me point out one more thing about this. I want to go back to the list of senators who voted for Merrick Garland, and I was coming across. I saw this this article, or not article. It was a letter, and I wished I had it brought up on my computer. This was one senator who is a Republican, Tom Tillis. From North Carolina. He is, I don't know if it'll highlight this, it won't, but he's right there. He's right here on the right side of your screen. And listen to what Tom Tillis said about supporting Merrick Garland on February the 23rd, 2021. This comes from Tom Tillis press releases on February the 23rd, 2021. It says Tillis supports confirmation of Merrick Garland for Attorney General. Today, U.S. Senator Tom Tillis released the following statement. Merrick Garland has an outstanding record serving our country and has a deep understanding of the law. He served as Deputy Assistant General for the Criminal Division of the Department of Justice, as well as 19 years on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, where he eventually served as Chief Justice. His experience reflects his wide-based legal knowledge, and his unbiased application of the law with a long-standing reputation of bipartisanship. Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. With a long-standing reputation of bipartisanship, which is why he has earned the respect from both Democrats and Republicans. After talking to him, Tom Tillis, now he doesn't say that, I'm just putting that in there, but after speaking to him, Tom Tillis says, I have no doubt he will serve with integrity, keeping the best interests of our great country in mind with every decision he makes, and will respect the constitutional rights and liberties of all Americans. Given his understanding, record, and commitment to the rule of law, I look forward to supporting his confirmation. And can you believe this? This is a man, along with these others, who are telling us. Now, Tom Tillis said he'll have to go through the process just like everyone else. And you're telling me you voted for Merrick Garland, and he went through the process, and that's what we got. A man who abused the Constitution of the United States, a man who abused the rights of American citizens, and you telling me that you're qualified? Listen, I'm going to say this to these Republicans who will run for reelection. And Tom Tillis, you're coming up in 2026. I see where Lisa Murkowski, I think you'll be coming up shortly, a couple, maybe 2028. But I think Alaska is trying to do away with the ranked choice voting. Susan Collins, she lives in Maine. I don't hold out much hope for that. But these others, Senator Cornyn in Texas, you better pay attention, because I am under the impression that if you do not vote to confirm Donald Trump's appointment or nomination for Attorney General Matt Gaetz, I'm saying you should be primaried. You should be primaried, because I will not vote for my senator who has voted in this way. He's saying some great things about Donald Trump now, but that's because he's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure and the power of what Donald Trump has, but he's done nothing. I don't know which way he's going to vote. We'll see. But if he doesn't vote in the affirmative of Matt Gaetz, then he will not get my vote. He needs to be primaried, and he needs to be removed through vote, of course, from that position. And I encourage every one of you, those of you who are watching this video, call your senators. I'm going to call mine, 2 of them, and you need to call yours and get them on the line, or at least leave a message and call back and call back. And don't just continue to call back. Tell others to make the call as well to affirm Donald J. Trump's nomination for the Attorney General position, Matt Gaetz, so that he can reform the DOJ and bring order, law and order back to this country instead of what we've had over the last 4 years.